Welcome back, Linux lovers. My name's Wimpy. Welcome. My name's Wimpy. Welcome to my world. And do not adjust your sets. Yes, I know my fat face is big and fat right now. This is intentional. I'm trying something new, at least for this bit, the intro bit. So I see we've got quite a few people already joined us in chat. Hello and welcome. I see a few of you are introducing yourselves already. Hello, Bacon Drinker, Craig, Tim, Henrik, John, XYZ, and Dave, and I think that's all of you. Itzwells, hello. Paul M, welcome back everyone. Hello Mark, Marius, welcome back to this stream. This is the big one. This is the one where we fix that final wart in Ubuntu Mate. But before we get to that, the most important thing that everyone that needs to do this in the live chat now, and if you're watching after the fact, is subscribe, mash the like button, click the bell, select all, do all of those YouTube-y things. Desperately trying to get to 2,000 subs. We're shy of 1,000 at the moment, so that we can turn on the community tab. I'm just waiting for you to all do that. I'm looking at the numbers now. Nothing's moved, nothing's changed. So, you know, keep clicking buttons, more likes, more subscribes. It's all good. I'll have a sip of beer whilst you're all getting on with that busy work. Right, wow, there's some new names in here. Hello everyone that's joining us. Hello Mark Gates, Mike Glover, Jacob, Toby, Robin, Dominic. Brilliant. Right then, okay, let's explain what we're going to do this evening. So we've had a few of these live streams where I've been fixing things and polishing things, and that's all looking good and solid so far. But there's one problem. That's Brisk Menu. It's been the default menu in Ubuntu Mate for a few years now, and it turns out it's a bit crashy. So we're going to have a little look at that. So the objective this evening is to fix 3 big bugs in Ubuntu in Brisk Menu. Now, this is a bit like Blue Peter from those of you that are from the UK. I've kind of got like, here's a thing I made earlier. Because my good friend Victor Carrere and I have been working on this behind the scenes. But I'm going to talk you through the process, and we're actually going to patch these things for live, for reals, get the new packages built in a PPA, so the Ubuntu Mate QA team can spend their Easter holidays testing them. See what I did there? Sorry, Ubuntu Mate QA people. Releases next Thursday. Time is of the essence. So let's move down here. And let's just bring up this. So here's Brisk Menu. This was originally created by the Solus project, and it was funded by the Ubuntu Mate project. Oh, I see the logo's not working. That's a bit sad. I have to fix that another time. Anyway, so that's Ubuntu Mate, and here is Launchpad for some of the aforementioned bugs. I'm going to struggle to keep up with the live chat this evening, but that's not a problem. Hello, Sneaky. Who else has joined us? Marius, have I said hello to you already? If not, hello. I think this is the first time you've joined us in a stream. Thank you for joining. And stop crashing. Yes, Dave, your wish list about stop crashing, that is number 2, but that's the one we're primarily addressing. We're also going to do another one, but here we go. So this is the Brisk package in Launchpad. And as you can see, so far we haven't made any changes to it in the Focal Fossa, but we did make some changes in Ian Ermine in conjunction with Josh from the Solus project. So he was very good in extending me commit access to the project so I could do some upstream work. Now, before I show you the fixes, let's have a look at this. Here are some of the bugs for Ubuntu Mate for Brisk Menu. I spent some evenings last week triaging these. This list was a lot longer. So what I had to do is identify which bugs were common. So this one here, Brisk Menu crashed whilst looking at items while an app was currently being installed. If I just move this this way a little bit, we can see the duplicates of this bug here. And if I scroll down, you can see this bug has many duplicates in Launchpad. This is the biggest crasher I've ever had in Ubuntu Mate, in fact. Oops, I've managed to pull that off off the screen entirely. So the objective here is to fix that one. Gosh, what have I done? I'm in the wrong. Every time these virtual workspaces get me, I've got this virtual screen set up, and I haven't quite got the knack of moving between it, which I can't really see, by the way. It's all a bit smoke and mirrors the way I'm doing this. The screen you're looking at doesn't exist on my system. Right, okay. So we're going to have a go at fixing that one. The next one is this one, which is Brisk crashed while changing panel layouts. This happens quite frequently and is very annoying, so we're going to have a go at sorting that one out. And that also had a fair number of duplicates, but not as many, but a fair number, going back to Ubuntu 17.10, so it's high time we fix these things. And the last bug is this one, which is that Brisk Menu should allow keyboard navigation. So those are the 3 bugs that we're going to take a look at. I'm just going to catch up in chat because some of this has moved on a bit, so crikey blimey, I've missed a whole bunch of things here. Thank you for the double subs. You get gold stars for doing that. Hello, Michael. It's lovely for you to all introduce yourselves. I'm glad that protocol has become established now. It's lovely to see who's in here. Oh, hello, Alan Pope. I know you. Hello, Kotza. I think it's the first time I've seen your name in the chat. Welcome. Hello, Monica. Lovely to see you here. Monica's one of the Ubuntu Mate team. Did a ton of work making our epic website just recently. If you haven't seen the new Ubuntu Mate website, go and take a look at that later. It's packed full of good stuff, including how to get involved in many, many ways. Okay, Alan, you're not helping. I see what you're doing there. Jacob asks, are we starting from ground zero and finding the issue, or do you already know what you need to tweak? Not only, so I've just shown you the 3 bugs that I know we're going to fix tonight, and here's how I know we're going to fix them. I had a chat to my good friend Victor and said, hey, look at these bugs in Launchpad. Aren't they interesting? And so the first thing he's done is he's created some pull requests against the Brisk Menu project. So we have a patch here to hide the menu whilst it's rebuilding menu items, which should be a fix to this bug here, which is the menu crashes when you're scrolling through the menus and apps are installing, which happens surprisingly regularly, as we just saw. He's also created a pull request here to recreate the applet menu when changing window type. So this now means that it will dynamically switch between the regular menu and the dash menu without requiring Brisk to be restarted. And as a result of that, it will require a change to Mate tweak, so it doesn't interact with Brisk Menu in quite the same way. And Victor was good enough to put a pull request together for that, even though I knew what was going to be required there. He was on a roll, so made a pull request for that. And then finally, we have another patch from Victor, which is keyboard navigation. So what I'm going to be doing is applying these patches to the deb packages for Debian and Ubuntu, and then building them in a PPA. And the reason we're going to do that is so that these things can get tested, but also at the moment everything in Ubuntu is in feature freeze, so I can't add new features, but I can fix bugs. So I have my bug references here, so each of these patches that I'm applying, I will be, closing these bugs with them. And this one, you'll notice here, it has a bug against Brisk Menu and also Mate tweak, because I need to patch both applications for that particular thing to be fixed. So hopefully that all makes sense. I'm just going to take one quick look at the chat again. Have a sip of beer. By the way, it's boiling hot here today. Thank you for the kind words, Rogerio. I'm sorry for butchering your name, but thank you for the kind words. Right then. let's get stuck in. Let's not mess about any longer. Let's go and grab the ever awesome. If I could just put it on the right screen, there it is. So let's do this for the moment. So we're going to start with this one, because I think that is the most critical one to get fixed. So I'm going to do the trick. If you've not seen this before, if you have a pull request in GitHub, you can just add .patch on the end of the pull request name, and there is the entire patch for that PR. This is actually a small fix for such a big bug. Clever. So what I'm going to do is copy that. We're going to go to where I do the packaging for Debian, because all of this we're going to do at the same time in Debian as we do in Ubuntu. So let's just see if I've got any uncommitted changes. I don't. Let's just see if there's anything I need to pull in from the upstream Debian packaging. Whoa, there is, because I clearly haven't pulled. This was stuff I did at the end of the Eon stage. So if we just, in fact we may as well just open up the changelog. So there it is. That was the last 0.6.1. What? That doesn't seem right. I think Mike has made a mistake there. Let me just go and check something. They really got a 0.6.1 release? They have. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that release had been made. Oh, it's got the translation. Oh, that's handy. That's really handy. Right, okay. That's great, in fact. We'll totally take that. So that's got updated translation strings. Awesome. That's perfect for a new release. How long do I think this stream will be? At least 90 minutes. And if I get done quite quickly, I might have a go at putting game mode in Ubuntu Mate and Ubuntu, or maybe I'll do that tomorrow night. I don't know, but that's something else I was going to work on too. Don't know if I've got time for that today. Maybe 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Depends how much we chat and people ask questions, interesting questions that I get pulled into. Do I use Ubuntu Mate on your personal computer? Well, I do use Ubuntu Mate on one of my computers, which is my XPS 15 just down there. But I don't use it on my main workstation because, for those of you that don't know, I work at Canonical. That's my day job. And I lead the desktop team. So I obviously run full-on Ubuntu on my day-to-day workstation, which does also dual boot Ubuntu Mate for, reasons. Because I obviously like it. But as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but I'm using Ubuntu with GNOME, the daily image for 2004 at the moment. Right then. Right, let's think about this. So we need to grab that patch, which we actually will pull down as a diff, I think, into the package itself. And we will call this patch, because it comes from upstream, so this will be patch 1000, and this is fix crashes on menu rebuild .patch. So let's grab that, let's echo that patch into the series file so that it will get applied. And then we'll edit that patch, because what I'm going to do is just put the author and descriptions in there. This is so the other people working on the Mate packaging know where this patch came from. And as you can see, my friend Victor works at Red Hat. And as you heard, Victor's my friend. Which probably betrays some of the tribal lines that some of you think exist, which they don't. Right, okay, there we go. So that's that. So I can now just quickly... Oh, I need to grab the new upstream source tarball, which that will do. So this is pulling down Brisk Menu source tarball from the upstream. And now if I build that, we should... It concluded. So it's saying it's building on an unreleased version. So let's just change that there to Focal. Let's get these suffixes in now whilst we can. 0 Ubuntu 1. So that Ubuntu suffix is because I'm going to be uploading this to Ubuntu later and not to Debian directly and then having it come via Debian because the archives freeze is in place right now. Right then, let's have a look. Hello, Bill, or Frank. I think you're Bill. I'm really not sure. I should probably... No, is it Bill? It's Bill. Let me know. Hello, Ghost. Hello, Silent Robot. And Toby Player asks, are there any plans for a new theme for Ubuntu Mate? Well, yes, twice, in fact. So, let me show you something. This is the Ubuntu Mate website. Here's our release notes for 2004. And in this screenshot, you will notice that we've now added in welcome a selection of accent coloured themes. So it's the same theme but with different colour choices. That's what we're doing for 2004. And for the 2010 cycle, I want to change the current default theme to something else. Right, let's get our code back. So, that should no longer tell me it's... oh, I haven't saved it. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay. Okay then, that's applied that fine. I'll do a Lintian check now because that is one of those things that I could spend ages messing around with if it's horribly broken. I just want to get that out of the way early. So let's see if we got any policy violations. Oh, a few. Wildcard. Oh, matches nothing. Oh, they're easy. So let's get that up. What do I need to go and find? What's the first one? Oh. Wildcard matches nothing in 101. Help. That's lies. I'm actually not going to do anything about that. That's not right. Right. So we've applied that first patch, which we know is going to apply. So we'll add it here. And so we're going to commit that with a very specific string, which is going to be Debian patches. Add the name of the patch. And we're going to say the description is that. And oh, you can't see because I'm in the way, so let's just move that there. And then we are going to add a launchpad reference, which should be Brisk Menu crashed whilst looking at items, and that is the one we're going to attempt to close here. And I'll set this to fix committed now, since I'm about to commit the fix. And we'll put that number there. Right. It's even better if I put closing quotes on things. Right, so there's that one done. So now we'll move back to the next one, which was here. Okay. So this, I think, is going to be a slightly bigger patch. Only very slightly. What is actually going on there? Oh, okay. Connecting a signal so that we know when to... Brilliant. Okay. I'm just going to take a quick look in chat. It's Bill. Okay, Bill. Excellent. Mayor, hello. This is an interesting choice of background music. It's a... Yeah, that last one was, wasn't it? I just picked it up, but it's a selection of royalty-free music for, you know, streamers and YouTubers and stuff. So it's what I've been using just because it adds something to just me droning on, I suppose. What did I misspell? It's too late now if I've committed it. You missed the one before the threes. Oh, okay, let's have a look then. What did I do there then? Oh, yeah. All right then. Let's go and do something about that then. Let's do the right thing. So this is my favourite Git manipulator. So we're in development, and I'm working on, or am I working on Debian? Brisk. Open that. Not revert, not edit commit message. Thank you for that. This is like pair programming. Thank you, Marcos Olav. Yeah, no, nobody's got time for git commit amend. That's why the internet created Gitkraken. Right then. So this is the one that I had. We'll now pull down this one. So let's go in here. I wonder if I can just pop that there. Maybe we'll just do that. That'll do, won't it? There we go. So this is going to be 1001. I need to just remind... Excuse me. Right. And also I don't want to pull down the patch, I want the diff, because they're cleaner. And if you've got multiple commits, they get squashed into one file. So we can put the same bits in here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, good. Okay. Save that. Add this to the series so that it also gets applied. And this is the part where Martin hopes these patches don't start to clatter one another. Excellent. Rebasing patches is just boring. There's... Oh, hello a minute. Hang on. What did I do? Not the right thing. Oh dear, I haven't actually checked that this applies at all, turns out. So we need to do that one, then we need to do that one. Now we need to build and see if it actually applies. Thank goodness. Okay. There they are. Okay. Let's see what's going on. So actually, Mika Roth is suggesting that we start a GoFundMe for Joe. I assume you mean Joe Ressington, to make some more music. I've actually got an idea about that could be a moneymaker for Joe, and I am going to speak to him about it. But I'm not going to mention it here because it's one of those things that once people know that's a thing that you can do, you'll all go off and do it. So I'm going to keep my powder dry and speak to Joe on that. Right. Why? So Bacon Drinker is asking, why do these... well, they're saying two things. Bacon Drinker, first of all, using Electron is not illegal. Electron is fabulous. Bacon Drinker, I've got a question for you. Do you use Steam at all? Let me know. And then he goes on to say, why do these patches get applied manually instead of merging them into the Git repo? Well, I will do that once I've validated that they work. So one of the reasons I'm doing this is to apply them one at a time. Then I'll test the package and make sure everything's fine. And when I know that works, then I'll merge them upstream. But the other reason is that I can't include like a new release of Brisk Menu in Ubuntu now. It may introduce new features. So I'm patching discreetly each of the bugs that we care about with these patches. So that's why I'm doing this, because I just want these patches to fix the bugs that we have. Oh, and Bacon Drinker is being sarcastic about Electron. Good to hear. Right then, so we'll add these two files again. Try and capture the full patch reference this time. And we'll take that description, oops, and then we will, that's weird. And now I'll go off and find the correct patch reference here. This is the one that Brisk Menu changed while changing layouts. This is the bug that we're fixing with this patch. So we'll grab that. We'll put that in there. Close that. That's now committed. So we will change it for Brisk only at the moment. Okay. That should be fine. No, it's not. What have I done? What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, fair enough. Okay. Okay. Not a problem. Ah. Get rid of that. Actually, we don't do anything with that. Don't save, and then I'm just going to remove that because it's going to confuse me later. Right, let's just catch up in the chat here. What we got here? Electron, it really depends on who wrote the app as to whether or not it uses lots of RAM. Replying to Henrik talking about RAM use. BK says, given the current situation around Qt threatening to cease co-op with the open source community, are you expecting an uptick in Ubuntu Mate installs? No. No, I don't think so. No. Bacon drinker. I prefer all of my software to be super fast native stuff. Well, that's good. That's good. Super fast native stuff. There you go. That's what you want. Some of that. Right. Okay. Let's go and pull in the last of the patches for for Brisk. So we've done that one. That's the patch which will allow keyboard navigation. This one I expect to be quite big. Yeah. Okay. Let's grab that and change that whilst I'm here. Goodness. Right then. So I think we'll go and look at that. Okay, that appears to have worked. They're definitely all in there. Okay, so let me just see. I know you're all just ragging on Electron there, all very unfairly, I would like to point out. Chrome uses lots of RAM, but does it though? Compared to what? Someone, right. Right, people are off talking about Electron in the chat, so I'll just get this finished quickly. Right then, so we need to add that stuff to Git. So we'll do that. What was it? I called it that, didn't I? There we go. And our string is allow keyboard navigation for what we're doing here. Then we need an LP reference so that this bug can be closed, which looks like this one. Now this is interesting because this bug has one reporter. Which was reported by Norbert, who's now part of the Ubuntu Mate QA team, but wasn't when he raised this bug a year ago. But upstream in the old Brisk repository, this was the top requested thing, which is why we're fixing this one, even though it's not got all that much heat in Ubuntu itself. It's one of those things I know the community are really keen to see get sorted out, so let's get it sorted out. Oops. Wrong. There. So, there we go. There's another patch there. Now we're also going to git rm that, because I was an idiot. No full stops on ones to be ignored. Right, let's go back to the change log, which looks like that. Let's do that. There we go. That looks good, doesn't it? So this is now filling in all of the change log based on all of the new commits. I don't need that one because that gets superseded later. So this is now building up a nice change log. Mike likes it when I do this the right way. Mike is the Debian developer I work with. I say work with, don't work with him through work. He's my collaborator for Mate packaging. So we can pull that one in, and this one in, and this one. We'll get rid of that. And now, where are we? Just about there. So that should be all of the Brisk related changes. So we need to change that back to 1 because I'm going to stick this in a PPA for testing. This is where Bill starts salivating, I think, because he knows he's going to get hot, new, fresh packages. I'll just ditch that out of there. We don't need that to go in this upload. So, Bill, don't get too excited because we need to patch Mate tweak before we can do this. So that's built a new version. So now I'm going to put that in the place the Ubuntu Mate QA team hangout, which is this PPA here, and off it goes. So that is off for a build. So whilst that's going, now how shall I do this for Mate tweak? I'm going to have to do this as a patch. So we're going to go here, look at the status of that package. So I don't think there's any upstream changes because it's only me really doing this package. Yeah. Debian change logs. There it is. So we're going to do a DC. Right. This is weird. Patching one of my own projects. I don't usually do this. So this is 0. This is going to be 1 Ubuntu 1. And this is going to be some words about patch. So let's just code that change log there. This will be for Focal 1.0 and Focal. I see stuff ticking by, so let's have a look here. Gosh. I can't read the full text. If I sit here and read the full chat bacon drinker, I won't get anything done. But you know, yeah, maybe I need to figure out how to like have something read it to me so I can hear it. That would be probably quite cool. And if anyone knows how to do that, let me know. Right, Linux nerds arguing. Quelle surprise. So you're all still talking about Electron. My position on Electron is simply this. It has been a massive application parity gap closer for the Linux desktop. You know, right now I'm using Visual Studio Code, Electron. I was using Gitkraken earlier, also Electron. I regularly use Spotify, Electron, Microsoft Teams, Electron, Skype, Electron, Slack, Electron, Discord, Electron, IRC Cloud, Electron, Wavebox, Electron. You know, these are all things that enable me to library. Well, I'm on library, by the way. If you prefer to, you know, watch your videos powered by Bitcoin and open source, then I also have a channel on library. I think it's in the description of this video if you want to go and subscribe there or follow there. So library, also Electron. So, you know, think of all of those things now that, you know, we enjoy on the Linux desktop that are in fact Electron applications. It's been hugely significant for us in the last couple of years. And then, of course, there's its forerunner, Chromium Embedded Frameworks, which is what Steam uses. Yep, and Paul M points out that the itch.io client is also Electron. Also true, the new Minecraft is Electron. It's just it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So it's important that we, you know, we don't shit on it, but embrace it, because developers that are writing the Electron applications are making good things happen for us right now. So Torren asks, how can I persuade one company that uses Electron for their Windows native app to port it to Linux? It's not, I mean, there is work to be done. Sometimes you get a good chunk of functionality if you just build, you know, it's very easy to build an Electron project on Linux for Linux. What you can't tell is if there's any platform specific code that's being used, and then accounting for that, there's always some stuff that needs to be done, unlike here. Right, but yeah, just ask politely would be my advice. Tell them to put it in the Snap Store, because that's where they'll get an audience, and if they show interest, let me know, and I'll or Popey will help shine a light on their good work. Right then, what was I doing here? I was going to add a change log, but before I do that, I needed to get a patch from here. So Victor did a patch for Mate tweak. Here it is. Oh, crikey. Okay. That's bigger than I expected, but... Oh, because I had it in multiple places, if not... Oh, I see. So no longer killing it when we're changing when Brisk Menu is already running. Just changing the G settings key and only killing it when it's actually no longer required. So, let's do this. Let's grab that patch. Same process. Except we'll grab the diff. Always grab the diff when you're doing this, people. Right. Have I got any patches? No, I didn't think so. I usually just release early, release often. That's what you're supposed to do, I believe. And so what does he avoid killing Brisk Menu unnecessarily? That sounds like a great description of what this does. Where's my code editor gone? It's over there. Context is this. Avoid killing unnecessarily. Ah, no, it is. It's Brisk Menu, isn't it? Brisk. Unnecessarily. Dot patch. So let's oops. Look what I did. Right. Oh. Okay, so that's there, that's all fine, and we just need to put some hang on a minute. What have we done here? There we go. Ah, let's use the right buffer, shall we? Okay, I think that should be fine. Let's just build it. Okay, that looks good. I was just considering whether or not to commit this change or whether I would just pull in the upstream project, but I'll do it like this. I'm gonna patch it for propers. Okay, let's see. I'm just reading the chat. Okay. Hello, Arubis Islander. Always makes me smile when I see you, because whenever I see you, you always have the biggest smile. Thank you for coming to the stream again. So I think last time I saw you in the stream, I said maybe I'll see you at an UbuCon sometime soon, but maybe I won't, given the current situation, which makes me sad. I'm getting to that point where I'm thinking fondly of last October and beers in the scissor bar and all the rest of it, or cocktails in the scissor bar, even better. But yeah, how's your dad, by the way? Bacon Drinker, how does one become part of the Ubuntu Mate QA team? Not sure if this was already answered. Okay, tell you what, this is great. I'm going to do this because I can do this properly for the very first time. Monica, Bill, thank you. I'm going to go to the Ubuntu Mate website and the getting involved. It's broken! Uh-oh! Someone's broken the website. Oh, there it is. Right then. Get involved. Here you go. Testing and QA. This is how you do it. So, I will just send you this link. Here are all of the ways that you can get involved in Ubuntu Mate, and you want to look at the bug reporting and triage section and the testing and quality assurance section. Those are the two bits, and Bill will certainly help, guide you in your initial steps, because Bill is awesome. And that's Bill Frank MCB in the chat here, by the way. Right then, where was I? That was a little distraction. Let's go here. We've added those patches, so now we need to commit them. Bill, you're welcome. Paul M says that I should try Ubuntu Mate again, but I'm very much in love with mainline Ubuntu right now. Well, that's just fine too. I have a hand in the orange version and the green version these days. Right, we are adding this patch. Which which is avoid killing Brisk Menu unnecessarily, and we are going to close that with the same bug reference we used for this one. And we're just about to commit this, so I'll be brave and do that. There we go. There's the LP. Okay. So, Arubazine says that his dad's doing well. Thanks for asking. Oh, virus has spread to Aruba also. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. Ireland is in lockdown, but everyone in my family is okay. Well, that's good to hear. Excellent. Okay, right. I think if I just grab that, because I don't build these descriptions in quite the same way that Mike does, but let's at least use the same principle. Right then. That can go up to the PPA as well. So let's get those in there. Doink. And that's it. That's both those. All the packages that we are interested in are now building in the PPA. So we're going to look at that. I'm just going to have a quick look here. Hello, Andy Hazen. Andy Hazen asks, how's the preparations for your first Ubuntu desktop non-Mate release going? On the whole, very well. We've got one project that's in the general ISO image that almost nobody's going to see, which is just a little bit squeaky bum time. But everything else, the team have done an amazing job, and I'm extremely happy with, you know, we've had 18 months of Will Cook's vision, and I'm like closing out that final piece. You know, I joined the team when Will had already set a number of things in motion, but I'm super happy with how 2004 is looking, and I hope Will will be pleased that, you know, everything that he set in motion will all come to conclusion for release time. But then, yeah, then we get into 2010, and then I can go and break all the toys, so that'll be fun. Okay, so a couple of people discussing how to get involved in the community. Mike Glover, thank you for the kind words about the website. I'm sure Monica and Bill would appreciate that. It's lovely. That was a brilliant moment for me. I've been meaning to write that whole getting involved piece of the website for ages, and I never got round to it, and the community stepped up and have not just written that piece of the website, but completely revamped the whole thing, and it's incredible. No, not the 20th, Torren. You keep saying the 20th. What's wrong with you? You know it's not the 20th. I'm sure you've been corrected now. It's the 23rd. Release on Thursday the 23rd of April. It will be Thursday the 23rd. Although we had to release the beta a day late, you may have noticed, because it all went wrong on the Thursday. We always release on Thursdays. At least we try to. Right then. Let's have a look now. What are we doing? We are going to go to Launchpad, and we're going to look in that PPA and see how those builds are going, because hopefully they have all successfully built from source, and I don't have any extra work to do, because that's the kind of evening I'm looking for. We're looking for maximum success, minimum effort. Let's filter that. Oh, crap. And fails to build from source. Ah, well, that's a massive disappointment. Let's see how Mate tweaks going. That looks like that's still building. Let's just see if it's actually built and just in the publishing stage. That worked. Feck. This is not what I was hoping for. Okay, what's going on here then? Git error, Git program not found. Is it really going to be as easy as adding Git into the build packages? Why does it suddenly need Git in? Oh, because I know why. Because all of the translations were added as sub-modules, and I forgot about that. So, and also so did Mike. Bad Mike. I know you don't watch, but bad Mike. Okay. Okay. Oops. Whoop. Did you see that? Nobody saw that. Let's go and make a change to Brisk Menus packaging. So what that message was telling me is that the build was looking to use Git as part of the build. Wow, actually, that's really ugly. That's going to be ugly as hell. For this is why Mike didn't publish that release, I suspect. Oh, this is going to be a massive delta as well. I can't upload that. Okay. I'm going to have to do this. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going to have to build this in a different PPA now. Darr. Grr. Let's do that. And what was the last version in Ubuntu? It was 1. Okay, so I can call it that. Okay. 1, Ubuntu 1, Focal. Ah, this is annoying. Urgh. Right, Bill, I'll communicate this in a bit, but this. Oh no, that doesn't work. I need to use scan, grab that tarball down. I wonder if I can just delete those. I wonder if that I can do that quickly enough. No, it's already there. It's uploaded the source file. Oh, bottoms. Right. Okay. I wonder if this is going to apply cleanly. Yeah, it does. My gosh, that's lucky. So we're going to deput not to playground, but play park, which is my super experimental version of packages, and I'm going to have to do that because I've uploaded a newer package to the other PPA, so I won't be able to upload this one without mangling the version number horribly. So let's see what's going on here. Right, thank you, Andy. Andrew Hazen. I'm glad you think it looks good. There was a lot of fun working with the Yaru team on the new theme, getting the Yaru team, desktop team, design team together, and Popey. I mean, you know, he was there to make the tea, frankly, but it was really good fun. Popey's still not in the chat. Right. Let's have a look. So Cheesy Man says, I think 2004 looks interesting, but I don't like the deb to snap transition packages. What deb to snap transition packages are you referring to? What are your big plans for 2010 then? Well, I couldn't possibly comment. Not right now anyway. But I was writing up the roadmap document yesterday, and it runs to 15 pages. So, which we can't do, by the way. There's no way we can get through it all. You get to pick like 3 things off that list. But yeah, we've got loads of ideas about what to do next. So, you know, watch this space. Will Mate remain a community-based distro, or will it be formally brought into Ubuntu main at some point? It's definitely a community project, but Mate has some qualities that may make it suitable for use in other projects that get some sort of, you know, endorsement from Canonical. So you never know. We'll see. There's a bug in the bug fix. I don't know what that means, Craig, but let me know. Yeah, oh, right. You're referring to the build failing. Yes, yes, there is. And he says, the last minute RISC-V 64 port seems quite interesting. Are you expecting Mate to work on this? I think at the moment the RISC port is confined to sort of like classic server and core, although we are going through the process of building, or at least attempting to build, the entire archive on it, which you may have noticed is kept the builders occupied for a week or so. Yeah, I know that there's a number of people in Canonical that have got RISC-V dev boards now, and it's being actively worked on, so why not? It's quite expensive to bring up a new architecture in the archive, it turns out. I was fascinated to learn about that. Will Ubuntu Mate, so Amrock says, will Ubuntu Mate introduce any new theme or icon changes? Yes, earlier on we looked at that. Here it is, this blog post here. There we go. Coloured variations of the theme, all the colours. So that's one thing we're doing. I'll leave that screen up for now. Bill says, thank heavens for QuickMU. Yeah, that's another project of mine. It's designed for quickly testing Linux distros. That was its purpose. But as it happens, for academic interest reasons, you can also run Windows and macOS on it now. So that's this project here. So if you're using VirtualBox, you want to be using this because it's fully accelerated, OpenGL and memory allocations and disk subsystems and all the toys. And it can run all the Linuxes and Windows and even macOS. So I'm quite pleased with that. It's a super handy tool. It's very, 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 very fast, by the way. And I've got live streams or videos now in this channel that cover developing this bit of software and how to use it. It's super simple to use. That was another thing. So can't you delete the newer package from your PPA? Yeah, it takes ages though, so for the purposes of this quick turnaround I can't delete it and have it refresh quick enough. Packages like Chromium being installed as snaps when you use apt. Yeah, unfortunately that was the only mechanism we have to handle that transition, and the reason why we're doing it is maintaining it's not so much maintaining the browser, but over the course of an LTS, maintaining those browsers over the course of now an aging distribution. So if we look at 1804, that's 2 years old, or 1604 is approaching 4 years old. It's not so much the browser itself, but the build systems for the browsers and how they evolve over time. It's backporting all of that stuff to the past releases is a massive maintenance burden, and we can't justify just spending, and it's an inordinate amount of time because the browsers now all move really fast. You know, Firefox and Chromium, they're releasing new versions every 4 or 6 weeks. So that's all we're doing with, you know, some engineers on the team are just maintaining browser packages because they've got to do 2004, 1910, 1804, 1604, 1404, and even for some customers 1204. So by moving to a snap, we can now maintain one package one time, and we can get a big saving in engineering effort, so we can work on more interesting things. So that's the rationale for doing it. And what's the problem? Snaps are just a way to get software on your disk. Bacon Drinker, does that big 15-page document ever get published? No, that's internal planning stuff only, because some of that stuff is commercially sensitive, because it will be work that we're planning to do with tier 1 OEMs, for example, on new devices they're planning on bringing to market, so we can't make that stuff public. Or maybe we know about new silicon from silicon vendors and the work we're going to be doing on that, or other things that people are doing. So yeah, you probably think of the desktop as that ISO image that we release, and that's a big chunk of what we do. But the other big chunk of what we do is a whole load of enablement work and design work and implementation work for you know, the OEMs as well. So that we can't share publicly, which I'm sure you understand. Musical Coder says, greetings and salutations. Well, hello there. Greetings and salutations. Do you watch Easy Linux by any chance? There's a pink variation sold. Yes, there is a pink variation. Yes, excellent. So BK, very pleased to see that there's all those theme options. That's good. I'm pleased to hear that. Yeah, lots of people have complained about all the green over the years. So Luke Horwell, who is on the Ubuntu Mate team, decided to take upon himself to make a cornucopia of colour variations. Henrik says Chromium in Snaps can't use most app schemas. Right, so that we're fixing that XDG open thing right now. That will probably land a little bit. It'll land somewhere between 20.04, 20.04 and 20.04.1. But we're very, very close to getting that stuff all sorted out and fixed now. And it all sits on top of Portals and the work that Flatpak have been doing. So there's some nice synergy there. Or synergy? I hate saying that word. There's some nice collaboration there, let's say, and sharing of technology. Yes, green is good. Torin and Mika, you're both right. Green is the new brown Arubis Islander. Yes, green all the things, right? So let's go and see. We had a build. Hopefully this is... this one is Playground for the Mate tweak. This should be done by now. That is done by now and published. That's good. So now let's go back to a different PPA. Gosh. To go and see if that other thing built this time. Oh yeah, I didn't add Git, did I? I used the previous tarball. And it did. Okay, good. We've got a problem here. How do we square this circle? There's some work I'm going to need to do with Josh with the submodules and the translations, because Debian are not going to... Debian won't allow those submodules for the translations because it means that you can't control, you can't freeze the strings. This is why I've just rolled back to the earlier version of the tarball, an earlier release of Brisk Menu, because we have string freeze now. So if I was to upload a package that dynamically pulls down new translations via Git, it would violate the string freeze. So that's why I've based on an older release which doesn't use those Git submodules. I've just heard something go ding. Let's just see what that was. My colleague sending me a photograph, it looks like. Curious. Right. Okay. Let's have a look now. What have we got here? Green, green, green. We're looking at that. Yes, Bill says Luke is amazing. Luke is amazing. I'm glad you like the pink pool. That's good. Robin says, Wimpy's World, your sound is a little out of sync. Sound before cam. Sound before cam. Okay, there's nothing I can do about that right now, but I'll look into that. I'm using a new setup this evening. It's its first time out, so it's entirely possible. How much is it off, by the way? Is it off a lot or just a little tiny bit? Let me know, because I'm looking at my local monitor and it seems fine. Like imperceptibly close. So if it's way out, I'd be interested to know in the stream. Blue Freaker says they've missed the stream by now. It's okay. Still going. Still got bits to do. Hannah Montana Purple. Yeah, we've got all the colours. The sound was out of sync at the start of the stream, but it seems fine to me now. For me, the sound is only off by a little. About half a second. I didn't notice any delay. Okay, so mixed reports. If you could just share your experiences of the audio video sync, let me know. Unless you're watching with Bluetooth headset, in which case it could be the Bluetooth latency that's causing the audio to be out of sync with the video. Right then. That has downloaded. So let's go and bring up our favorite hypervisor. Hang on a minute. I've changed the location of everything, haven't I? VMs. There it is. And we'll let this do changes. So let's start up a VM of Ubuntu Mate. I need to drag that. Oh, I've got to go all the way up here onto a different workspace. Drag you down there. There we go. So this is a VM of Ubuntu Mate. Put this mouse in the right place. There we go. I don't recall if I've got any PPAs hooked up to this yet, so oh, this is a new install. Send telemetry. Yes, always send telemetry, people, even for virtual machines. If it's not useful from a hardware survey point of view, it strokes the ego of distro maintainers. Right. Okay, I don't. Okay, that's good. We can update that. Let's pull in all the latest packages. There's probably a fair few. We'll let those come in whilst those PPAs are catching up. Okay. Okay. So Corey says the sound is ahead. I think a Bluetooth headset would bring it back in sync. I don't know. I'm listening to the desktop with speakers. Right, okay. Oh, hello, Stuart Langridge. Thanks for joining. Have you joined one of these before and just been lurking by any chance? If not, welcome. Hello. Good to see you, mate. Langridge says no, he's not seeing any sound and video sync issues here. Okay. Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe it's YouTube messing with your sync and resolutions and stuff. I mean, I'm trying to pump this out at 1080p 60. I don't know what you guys are actually receiving from YouTube. Sound is half a second out of sync here too. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's not here because I did a test recording before I started, and I think it's possible that I am. It could be, you know, maybe 30-40 milliseconds out because of some of the local audio processing, but I'd be amazed if it's any more than that. Blue Freaker, permission to link to the Ubuntu Mate Discord guild. You published your stream notice in. Yes, by all means, post a link. It'll probably get denied, but I'll see it and I'll allow it through. Language says he's not sure he's seen one of these live, although I have the impression that I missed all the good stuff. Yeah, we just patched a bunch of packages and now we're building them in PPAs and we're going to install them and see if they work. So I'm going to first of all apply all the updates, then reboot this machine with none of the new packages applied, and see if I can make it crash, which I think I know how to do. And then we'll apply the updates and hopefully watch it not crash when I do the same thing. Everyone will rejoice. I'll upload packages to Ubuntu, drink the rest of my beer in celebration, and maybe go on and do some stuff with game mode, or maybe not and save that for tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, the jury's out on the sound by the looks of it. Frankie's getting 720p where he is. Interesting. I did hear that Google and some of the other streaming services are like capping the upper limit of what they're allowing, you know, out through the streams. I'm definitely doing well, the reason I'm doing 60 is because it's easier to sync the refresh rates of the screens and the monitors with the cameras. So it's just it just works better that way. And also synchronizing shutter speeds on the cameras with the screen, it's just, you know, just doing 60 is easier. I can't be bothered to do the hard maths to work out, you know, exposures and apertures and shutter speeds to do different variations on that. Right, we're still talking about the audio. Okay, oh well, I'm not going to fix it, but I've heard there may be an issue, but I'll do some local testing tomorrow and see if there's anything I'm introducing in the processing chain that's causing it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad that it's not awful, at least. What will be interesting is if anyone's prepared to come back to, gosh, where are we? How long have I been doing this? Where do I see that? If anyone comes back to 1 hour, 18 minutes and 30 seconds tomorrow, YouTube will have processed it, because this is what goes out live. But after it goes out live, it doesn't immediately become available in YouTube. YouTube then, you know, re-transcode it. I wonder if at that point it will somehow get fixed. I'll check that. I'll have a watch back, or at least I'll get my daughter to do it. She'd love that, I'm sure. Right, okay. So we've applied the updates. Let's try and get on the right virtual screen, shall we? Right, good. Let's restart. If there's anyone in the chat lurking, I see we've got quite a lot of people viewing, more than I've seen before, and it's 69 people. So that's good. Oh gosh, where have I? Oops, that's the wrong 4 characters. My password is test, by the way. So that should be done. So I should be able to try and change the torrent. Yeah, so torrent, you're seeing some pretty extreme bandwidth limitation from Google there, it sounds like. So, yes, for those of you that are watching that haven't said hello in the chat, come and say hello. It's lovely to see the new name so I can get to know who everyone is. And also, please, 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 if you just started watching, please subscribe to the channel. Desperately trying to get to 2,000 subs so I can turn on the community tab. And likes, follows, mash the like button, click the bell, choose all. That's the magic sauce. All of that stuff is great. Helps other people discover these videos, and hopefully they subscribe and we get close to 2,000. Because I want to really start using this as a way to pre-plan what I do in these things. So let's go and try and break it. Let's go to desktop layout and click here. Bearing in mind I haven't applied any of the fixes that we were just looking at earlier. I'm pretty sure I saw something crash in the background very, very briefly there. I think I saw something crash in the background there, but I don't think it was there for long enough. Oh, it's update manager. Fucking hell. I'm going to move that to one side for the moment because I don't want to deal with that one. I'll deal with that one later. Oh, I did it twice. Come on. We'll come back to that. What? Oh, it's been processed. Okay, fair enough. Let's try and break it out again, because that didn't quite break it. Come on, one of these has got to kill it. Oh man, look at this. It's being super blooming solid now. This is supposed to crack. There it was. There it is, and there we go. Did you see this? Look, it's appeared in the wrong place. Something definitely went wrong that time. The dock didn't appear. It's not crashing though. Damn it. Well, let's try it via tweak. We don't need to change that. Let's change this to familiar. Okay. Right. That hung around a little bit there. So we saw this, right? So that we definitely expect to go away, these things. So there's an exhibit of one of the problems that we're trying to fix. So hopefully when we change this, put the updates on it, it'll be good. So I see some people are saying hello. So who have we got here? Oh, Ferran OS Dev, I did see you earlier. Sorry, hello, welcome back. Bruno, hello. Thank you for joining the stream. And the Ratar, hello, thank you for joining. Let's have a go. And Blue Freaker says, I had given you the administrator role in the Discord. You have full rights to the channel operation and configuration, to my knowledge. Right, okay, well thank you very much for extending admin access to the Discord. That's great. Let me know if you let me know your thoughts. What do you think about me hooking up some bots to automatically post, you know, cross-post blog posts, tweets, videos, that sort of thing into the Discord? And if you think that's a good idea, which channel should those go in? I posted in else, I think, earlier when I posted this. Right, okay, so we've got one exhibit of a problem that we're trying to get rid of. So we'll reload that. There we go. Ooh, that's a bit ugly, wasn't it? Let's try Mutiny again. This is the one that really pushes it. It kind of worked. Okay, right. Let's get on and add the 2 PPAs because reasons. So we want Playground, which is where Mate Tweak is. Sorry, Bill. Sorry, Bill, this is going to be a nightmare. Not a nightmare, but I'm sorry it's in 2 different places. Also, how's that for appropriate messaging when you're joining a highly experimental PPA? Very, very pleased with myself with that. So we'll add that PPA, and then Play Park is where, hopefully, the build and the publish is finished for Mate... No, Brisk Menu. What are we looking at here? We're seeing Tweak and Brisk Menu. You can ignore the Kaiser extension stuff. That was a test I did yesterday, which didn't fix the problem I was trying to fix, but didn't break anything, so it's fine. So we do have Brisk and Tweak in those updates, so let's pull those in. I'm going to need to restart because those libraries are going to be cached in memory now, and it's quicker just to do this than remember how to flush the buffers and caches. Right. Hopefully you can see what I mean about the speed of QuickMenu. It's a great way to test distros. You can even do EFI booting. You get all the well, you don't get all the 3D, but you get a significant chunk of 3D acceleration, way more you get in the other platforms. So let's try. Oh no, that's the right. Oh, here, there's all the themes. I'll tell you what. Let's try this out. I haven't even tested this yet. Orange. That seems like a nice idea. Let's do that. Is now ready to use. Can I hit apply? Is that... Okay. Luke is never going to watch this far into any video I make, but how nice is that? That's great. Let's find a wallpaper to match. That one. There we go. That was nice and easy to make a nice orange themed desktop, wasn't it? That was great. Brilliant. Nice one. Okay, let's flip themes. Let's close that. And let's flip to familiar. So that should be that menu. And now if we bring up Tweak and flip to Mutant, let's do, which one does? I think Cupertino does. If I flip to Cupertino, this changes the layout that Brisk uses. And now Brisk shouldn't be killed by Tweak anymore. And if I click here, oh, that's flipping brilliant. Okay, that one definitely works for sure. And now I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to fall over. So that works. What's the other one? Traditional tends to change things a lot. So let's see. Does that work? It does. This is looking good. Redmond uses Mate menu. We had to fix GOG for that the other evening. That was fun. GOG launchers work slightly differently than everything else, so we had to do a fix for that. There we go. That's good. That goes back there. So if I switch between Pantheon and Cupertino, that should just change the menu type. I think we're there. I think our biggest crashes in Ubuntu Mate are fixed. Ah, now the other thing was, do we not now have keyboard navigation? Check that schnizzle out. Let's try familiar, which is our default theme. Okay, super. How do I do this? Tab. Check me out with my keyboard navigation, everybody. There you go. It's there. Keyboard navigation is a go. Happy days. Right then, I'm just catching up because I know Bill has written some comments in the room there. So let's have a look. So, right, okay. Is Brisk what the default menu of... So, Troy Borg asks, is Brisk what the default menu of Mate is called? No. The default menu for Mate... Oh, hang on a minute. I'm in the wrong screen again. The default menu for Mate is this one. The classic menu. That applications, places and system. That is the default for Mate. The default for Ubuntu Mate is Brisk. That was a decision I took in the 1804 cycle because this menu doesn't have super key support or anything like that, and it's just, frankly, in my opinion and the opinion of some others, being able to mash the super key button, type in I don't know, the name of a thing and just launch it is kind of like an important workflow. So that's why, one of the reasons why we switched to Brisk menu. So Brisk is default in Ubuntu Mate, but the classic menu is default in Mate desktop itself. And Brisk is similar to Whisker, although, dare I say, the super key support is superior in every way. Ambient, not ambient. I know it's the name of a theme and not technically a word, but I winced. That's inherited from the Ubuntu theme naming, so the ambient and radiant themes were deliberately spelt the wrong way. For historical reasons I don't recall, and I just kept those misspellings. That was Stuart that was asking in the chat about that, who is very precise in his words and numbers. Okay, and Bill, yes, no crashes when changing Mutiny. That is a big win, I think. BK says, is there an easier way to change the hex value of theme colors? No, GTK3 makes that capability impossible, which is why you will notice that desktops like Mate and XFCE have removed that capability from the UI because it simply doesn't work anymore. And this is why Luke has created, let's fight. Whoa, I was not in the desktop there, so let's fire up. Hang on a minute, what's going on? I'm in the wrong workspace. There we go. Which is why Luke has created color selection, all of these. There we go. Green, blue, aqua, brown, pink, orange, purple, red, teal, yellow. Hopefully something for everyone. Oh, oh, does he have dark variants of all of these too? Oh, holy moly, gosh. Right, everyone contribute some money to the Ubuntu Mate crowdfunder so I can send a tip in Luke's direction. He's clearly been very, very busy. That's fabulous. Okay, where were we? Joe Protzko says, hello, I'm a recent sub after I heard you talk about Quick Emu on a podcast. Joe, that would have been the Ubuntu podcast. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy using it most of the time now instead of Virt Manager. Yeah, it's not intended to replace Virt Manager. Virt Manager has some capabilities and all the rest of it, but it's really designed to be the fastest way to optimize, run Linux distros and even Windows and Mac OS, but specifically Linux distros. So Stuart Langridge says, that configuration window which says change the layout has the all the spacing wrong. It would be cool if someone who knows what the spacing layout numbers should be would fix that. Okay, I implemented that dialogue, Stuart, and I don't know what you're referring to. Also, those dialogues are really, really limited in what you can do with them. So let's just remind ourselves what this is that Stuart is referring to. It was saying Windows, no, panel, changing this to that drops up this. Stuart, whilst that's on the screen, if you could just type some words and tell me what's wrong with that, and I'll explain. All I can do is put strings in there and tell that dialog box how wide it is. I've got no formatting control other than that. So, you know, let me know what you think that should be, and I'll look into it, but I've got almost zero control over how that gets rendered. So where are we? Ferren says, objection. You can use yes, you can use config GTK3, GTK CCS, but the problem is that is a massive hack and not something that works for people reliably. You know, you can't just go poking colors in there and expect it to work with all the themes. It will break stuff for people. So Stuart Lang, well, Aruba's Islander says this looks slick, and Michael, thank you, and Michael Nelson says, wow, let's get into the dark. So we've had the full dark theme since, like, gonna say 1610, something like that. I think that was originally contributed, but it is a properly fully dark theme. I really quite like it. There we go, the terminal as well, all dark. It's all the thing now, isn't it? Dark themes. So no, currently, so Stuart asks, does Mate set the system level dark mode switch? No, because that's in GNOME, not in Mate. But in the next cycle, so when we start working on Ubuntu Mate 2010, the main thing I want to work on there is swapping out, or leaving these themes here, but changing the default theme and adhering to all of the current standards with regards to themes and variations of themes and stuff like that. About the GTK theming stuff for colours, wouldn't it be possible to declare a variable in a theme? No, not anymore. That used to be a thing, it's not anymore. And Ghost San says, wait, is that what the new is that the new theme for no, it's a theme for Ubuntu Mate. It's not the theme. I've done that thing where I've clicked in the wrong window again, so not tweak, it's welcome. There are a selection of coloured themes in Ubuntu Mate 2004, and I just picked one at random to try it out. This is the default, however, the green one, and I turned the dark mode off. I think I turned the dark mode there, that one. So that's the default theme. Oh, I've broken something. What have I done there? What did I do there? Something didn't work quite right there. Okay. That may need a little bit of checking into later. Oh yeah, I need to use GApp. Yeah, okay. That's next cycle thing. So, the text is way too close to the edge of the window. Yeah, I can't control it. So Stuart Language is saying that dialog box that we were looking at earlier, the text is way too close to the window. I can't set any justification or anything, or padding or margins or any of that stuff. Those dialog boxes just don't afford that kind of control, which is disappointing. But maybe we'll change it to something else soon, because we're working on a new welcome, and I think we could integrate all of this stuff in there rather than tweak. It would be a cleaner place to put it. And we have complete control over how we present stuff there. This is, yeah. So somebody whose name I can't pronounce says, oh my, this is Mate. Well, guess who is going to install Ubuntu Mate today? Well, join us. Is it AJC Disciple? Cool. That was a hard one to decode. Blue Freaker, that might be your opinion. I couldn't possibly comment. Hey, Big Daddy Linux. Hey, how are you? I guess you're going to be streaming later on as well. Hopefully I'll be done in time to join. We'll see. Right. Okay. I think it's time to... I think this is a good enough test. So, people saying hello to Rocco. Jorian. Hello, Jorian. Just wanted to say thanks for doing these live streams. You're welcome. They've been a great way to view how OS development works. Yeah, that was the point. As you would have seen if you watched from the beginning, none of this stuff is actually difficult to do. At least the stuff I'm showing at the moment, I've deliberately been focused around maintaining packages, because I think once you get beyond like testing and QA and stuff like that, then the next place to go to is maintaining packages. And as you can see, that's real easy stuff. So I'm showing that at the moment. And then, you know, with QuickMU, I showed a little bit of development and stuff. And I will do more actual development stuff. But at this point in the cycle, it's not about new fresh development, it's about cleaning up bugs and packages. And Big Daddy, thank you for the kind words. Yeah, I'm surprised there's now 74 people watching this. I'm genuinely shocked. Thank you all for joining. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, please subscribe, please. We need 2,000 subs to activate the community tab. I really want to start using that. Right, time zones are so confused. Oh, tomorrow. Of course, it's blooming Friday, isn't it? Yeah, because it's here in the UK, we had a public holiday today. So for me, it feels like a Saturday. I'm so confused. Right then. Hello, Robert. Thank you for joining. Oh, hey, Robert. I know you. Robert is an upstream Mate desktop developer. Thank you very. Thanks for joining. Good to see you here. Right then, let's go and get all of those packages. How confident am I in these? I'm feeling super confident, actually. I think what we'll do is we'll go and get all of those uploaded to Debian and Ubuntu. So, first thing we'll do, in actual fact, is check that I did actually do the right thing earlier. So here are the 3 bugs. Fix committed. Fix committed for both packages there. And this one we didn't set to fix committed, but it is now. Keyboard navigation. So that's all done. I don't need to have that open anymore. I don't need that open anymore. Nor that. Nor that. Nor that. Okay. Let's get this done then. Here we go. Right then. Let's start with Brisk. I don't need to send the change log up, but I am going to push all of the patches, which all I need to do is that, which is those packages fixed. And I'm then going to, I don't need to do that because we've got Brisk open here. We're going to drop this suffix, which is what I use just for my PPA build. We'll build a new source package and that will get signed, and we will then upload that to the archive. That has all 3 patches installed, applied rather. So that's that one done using 6.0, because 6.1 is the one that uses the Git submodules that I know is going to pull in new translations that will get rejected. And then this is the new Mate tweak. We'll drop the PPA suffix. We'll build a new source package for that. We'll deput that. Martin needs to change directory. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw a thing. Yeah. I think I've got that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I can just push that to Debian. So we'll push that commit to Debian, because that changelog will automatically get rebuilt by our processes that pull in those carefully crafted Git messages, and then we will build that from source and deput the new Mate tweak to there. This has been like 2 years in the making, actually figuring out all those crashes. Just those of you that are new to the stream, earlier in the week I did some bug triage. This Brisk Menu crashed whilst looking at items while an app was currently being installed. Fairly, you'd think a fairly unusual thing to do, but it turns out, look at all the duplicates of that bug that I went and found this week when I went hunting through and looking at all of the stack traces. Remarkably common. It's our biggest crasher, and it's now fixed. So those will get automatically closed as those hit the archive. And this is great. This is great. I'm so pleased. Right then, let's have a little look. Oh, there's people asking questions. Is there a place to see a list of the package that are needing maintainership? Jorian, are you talking about in Debian or Ubuntu? I actually don't know the answer to the question either way, but I'd be interested to know where you're looking to contribute. Maybe that's something I should do a live stream about, because that sounds like a useful bit of information that people might want to know. Yeah, Jorian, I think so far these streams have inspired one person to get stuck in so far. Yes, already Saturday in France. It's I've got 45 minutes until it's Saturday here. Will any of these changes you did today be in 2004 dailies later? Troy Borg asks. They will probably be in the daily images in about 6 or 7 hours. Well, actually, no, they won't. So they will eventually be in 2004, yes. But at the moment, those packages aren't automatically getting promoted into the archive. The release team have a complete freeze on anything that's seeded in any of the flavors now, new package updates. They review, which is why I've had to be so careful that I'm genuinely fixing bugs and had to apply each of those patches manually to demonstrate there is a bug here, this patch, this discrete patch fixes that bug, rather than just uploading the whole thing. In fact, we'll go back in a minute and we'll get all of that stuff merged into Brisk Menu Master. So, okay, I'll get to what to what Bill is saying in a moment. Makes me so happy. I think we're in good shape here. Oh, in fact, this is the next message. So Bill says, I'm just here changing layouts over and over in QuickMU listening to you. So Bill is on the QA team for Ubuntu Mate. So yes, Bill, that's as good as it's going to get probably. If it's horribly busted, we'll speak to Victor and see if we can squeeze in another fix between now and next Thursday. But yet you can probably appreciate we're getting pretty tight on time now. Which is why I wanted to do this one this evening, because this was the last big fix. 2 years I've been waiting to get round to this, and hopefully this will be the big thing that, you know, stops those big crashes and stops ruining that first sort of impression of Ubuntu Mate. Right. Yeah, the screen when you're building a package. Yeah, it's good times, isn't it? Right then, so. Hungry Hippo for 2010, but wouldn't it be G? EFG? I think it's a GG animal next time. Lucas Milton Bradley. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Right then. Right, everyone's talking about Hungry Hippos. Okay. Okay, so Jorian goes on to say that he uses Ubuntu Mate, so would be most interested in helping there. I tell you what, if you're seriously interested, have you done any package maintenance before? And if you're seriously interested in helping, if you're on Twitter, DM me and or tweet at me and let me know, and I'll get in touch and I'll invite you into our Slack and we can talk about that. Anyone that's got experience maintaining packages, I would love another pair of hands to help maintain Mate and Ubuntu Mate packages in Debian and Ubuntu. It's the lion's share of what I do these days, and it means it prevents me from working on new developments. There's a project that we're desperately trying to get back to, and I'm struggling to find the time. So if I was able to offhand some of the package stuff, then I could look at that. Okay. Corenton Gamer, hello again. Good to see you back in the stream. Okay, so Bill is giving this a thumbs up by the looks of it. Bill is saying, this looks really nice. Victor did a great job on these, not seeing crashes, and I'm glad I sent him stickers this week. Yeah, shh, don't tell anyone, but Bill is working on Ubuntu Mate stickers. How exciting. Jorian says that it's not maintained before, but I am a developer in my normal life, was hoping to get involved in the OSS side of things and willing to learn. Brilliant. Okay, if you want to learn, ping me on Twitter and I'll hook you up and we'll see what we can get done. Right then, so I think what we'll do is we'll go back to GitHub and we will, well, first of all, we need to do a couple of things, don't we? We need to go to GitHub and get these ones merged. Let's do a rebase and merge on that. Right. Let's get that into master. There it is. Back here. Oh, not the keyboard navigation. That's the last one I want to do. Let's do them the right order. They stack quite nicely if I do it the right way. Rebase and merge. Okay. Allow keyboard navigation. That one is, that's going to make a lot of people happy. Rebase and merge that. So those are now all in the master tree for upstream. I'm tempted. Is there a branch? There's a tag, but not a branch. Okay. Let's see if we can. Where do I pull these packages to? I don't think I have. Oh yeah, I don't have these. No, I'll do that another day. I think what I'm thinking is I'll cherry pick those into a branch for 0.60 because that's the only release we can continue to use in Debian and Ubuntu at the moment because of the submodules thing. Right then. Oh, hello, Hayden Barnes. Oh, very good. Hayden Barnes works at Canonical with me, and he is our developer advocate for WSL, and in Hayden's opinion, Redmond is the best Mate panel layout. Very good, well played. Right. It's all going too quickly again. You're also communicative. This is brilliant. It's lovely, by the way. I've said this before. When I get to this point in the stream, you know, when I get to the point where I've kind of got things done, it's really lovely. You know, the whole evening, it feels like it might feel like I'm talking to myself, but it's kind of nice. I feel like I've got company. When I have got company, it makes all of this a little more fun for me. So I'm quite enjoying that. Did we get Mate working on WSL2 yet? Hayden? Oh, Popey's back. All right, okay. I shan't say bad things about Popey anymore then. Now he's back in the chat. Right then. It's lovely to see all of these familiar names. Some of you who I only know through the chat here. Some of you who I've met in person at conferences, you know, around the world over the years, or have, you know, interacted with via the internet in Twitter and podcasts, or, you know, development channels or what have you. It's really lovely for you all to stop by and say hello. But I do think we are at the point where most of the heavy lifting is done here. We can move Git Kraken out of the way. We won't be needing that anymore. We'll keep the browser around. Let's see. Has anything... Oh no, nothing will turn up in proposed yet. It's all gated. Yeah, I can't even check to see how it's going on. But there it was. That was... in fact, I don't need that browser window at all. This is all committed to Debian and uploaded to Ubuntu. So, I I'll bring that up here. Let's do this. Okay, brace yourselves, everyone. I've got new features in OBS here. Fat face. Right then. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. This has been wonderful. I think I'm going to do another one of these tomorrow sometime. Not sure when. Might do it during the day just to mix things up a bit. But the next one I intend to do is adding game mode to Ubuntu and Ubuntu Mate. So if you don't know what game mode is, and that sounds interesting to you, game mode was developed by Feral Interactive Studios. And I've been working on that with my colleagues to get that landed in Ubuntu, and it is the last new feature that is going to land in the Ubuntu 2004 release. So, or at least the last new feature that the general public will see, at least. So that's what I'll be doing next. So without further ado, thank you all for coming. It's been ace to have you all in here. Oh goodness, what's going on? There's something happening in the chat here now. Hang on a moment. So Stuart Langridge says something about which is a very unfair way to characterize it on my part, since Martin wasn't really talking about the spacing being unfixable, but nonetheless it is fixable and a fix proposed. Oh, hang on a minute, Stuart, have you sent me a pull request in Mate Tweak to fix that formatting thing? Is that what you're saying? I'll just wait. I think I have to wait about 30 seconds for the stream lag. If that comes back as a yes, I'm pulling down my code editor and we're doing some more, because we'll get that in just to make Stuart happy. I'll even file a bug for you in Launchpad so I can have a genuine bug that closes this issue in order to land that dialogue fix. I'll wait and see. Yep, fixed, he says. Right, okay, here we go. Right, we're going again. We're bringing this in. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I need to switch off the big fat face screen into that one. Right, here we go. Right then, let's go and have a look then. Let's go and have a look. I need gosh, how am I going to do this? Hang on a minute. I need to do something clever, like open a new window, pull that down here. Here we go. Right then. So, right. Here we go. Pull requests. Oh, hang on. There's a few pull requests here now. Oh, that one we can merge, can't we? Because we know what that is. Right then. So that was the other fix from Victor for Mate Tweak. So we'll have that. So let's go and look at languages. So, Ubuntu Mate doesn't appear to... Actually, I am working on that. It's been a while, but somewhere in here... Oh, damn it, where's it gone? Oh, did I put it in Mate Desktop? Or was it in my own... Was it in my own... you're triggering me now, language. You're triggering me. There. This, as you can see, I haven't worked on this for a while. This was me figuring out some source code management foo. This is the HIG from GNOME 232, which it is my intention to transform into the Mate HIG. Right. I'm reading is in there in issue 74. Okay. How did you do this then? No way. Okay. I apologize. You're dead right. Okay. Hate you. Right then, let's do this thing. I need to open a bug in Launchpad for this, so oh man, I've just uploaded the package as well. One line fixed for the win, in my opinion. Yeah, okay, very good. Where am I going for this? This is Ubuntu source Mate tweak. Right. Bugs. Oh, goodness, what happened there? That's the wrong words entirely. So, you may be wondering, why am I filing a bug for what is basically a 2-character change? I have to right now. I can't land new issues. I mean, technically it's of low significance, but let's... So I'm not saying its importance low as a slight against my friend Stuart Langridge. Low is the right designation for things that are just like UI rendering things. That's just the way, you know, the way we organize things. So there's our bug. So where were we? It's Mate tweak, right? We are going to just do this again so everyone can see. There we go. We'll take the diff. Okay. Oh, hello. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just make sure that Stuart is appropriately acknowledged in the patch headers. So we'll just do that. This has to be the word description. Right then. Goodness. So we get this committed. So hang on a minute. I just need to So Stuart says, yeah, I'm happy with it. It's fine. Just in time development. Yeah, just in time. You're not wrong. Mika says, thank you for doing these as well. You're welcome. Fluffy Floofer. Huh. Supply chain still works. Welcome to the stream as well. Yes, of course. Yeah. Mate Tweak is implemented in Python. I think Stuart and my own favourite programming languages, and I think Stuart also refuses to do anything that isn't Python these days. Well, that's not true because you do the web stuff as well. But famous for your shonky Python scripts, I believe. Right. Okay. Let's get this done. So that's that's added. I just need to get this committed as a discrete patch. Right, what were Stuart's defining statement here? It was that. Ah, silly boy. I don't know, Stuart. This is the second cycle you've contributed to Ubuntu Mate. Do you want to help with packaging, by the way, mate? I could really use a hand. Right then. Let's grab that. That's the patch we're looking to fix. And we'll now set that to committed. I'm going to upset the release team by uploading the same package within minutes of one another, but hey ho. So we need to take that, do a that's going to be 2. Do that. There we go. There it is. Focal. Now then, Bill, hold on to your pants because this isn't going into the PPA. We trust Stuart implicitly, and we're just going to upload this to the archive with no testing. This is technically known as cowboying it. Yeah, Stuart wrote Magnus that we started shipping in 1910, and so did Ubuntu Budgie. And I know a few partially sighted or visually impaired people who use Ubuntu Mate who think Magnus is the bee's knees. So actual feedback from people that require bits of software like that, they love it. So thank you for that. Right then, where are we? We've got a change message. How long was it between the two changes? An hour and a half, although the uploads were a bit quicker than that. Let's just go and it was 1001, wasn't it? That is the extent of the patch. Okay. Here we go, Stuart. It's going in the archive right now. Thank you very much. There we go. It's a 2-character patch. I can see exactly what that's doing. It's gonna be fine, right? And if it's not, I know how to revert it really quickly. So that's fine. Thank you for that. So there we go. An unexpected, literally 11th hour change from our good friend Stuart Langridge. So those packages are winging their way off to thing. That's fix committed, so that bug will get automatically closed. And with that, we'll close down that. And I will say, thank you all very much for coming. If you've just joined, I'm sorry, but I'm about to call it a day. But that's being said, I'm going to do another one of these tomorrow. So, come back tomorrow. We're going to be doing game mode. Game mode from Feral Interactive Studios is a thing we've been working on or looking to land. So that will be the next live stream. If you haven't subscribed, please, please, please subscribe. Trying to get to 2,000 subs. And like and ding the bell and all of that good stuff. All of those things that YouTubers love. But for now, thank you all for coming. And I'll see you in the next one.